Hello everyone, this is a Lamley showcase, an M2 Machines showcase. If you remember a few months ago, M2 took the diecast world by storm with the new Auto Japan set that was specific to Walmart. We previewed it here and then they hit stores and it was, oh my goodness, it was a frenzy. Trying to get these models, they're very, very cool, highly detailed. M2's first foray into Japanese cars, and to call it a success would probably be even an understatement. They were fantastic. The second set is here. Many of you have found it at Toys R Us. Hobby dealers have them like surplus goodies. This particular set for me to showcase for all of you was sent by M2 themselves, so many, many thanks to them. Let's try and walk through them. Okay, so here was the Walmart set that was in stores a couple of months ago. It was a set of 6 with 3 chases. That is exactly the same. In fact, these models, there were 3 particular castings with small detail changes in between them. This is the exact same set, the same models, just different colors, kind of alternate colors, if you will. It is not a Walmart exclusive. You can see there's no Walmart sticker there. But 3 castings, 2 models each, some difference in castings. Go ahead and make sure that all of these are put out together. Remove this box. And we'll put these together. A Skyline, Fairlady Z, and then of course the Datsun Bluebird. So I had grabbed these Skylines from the previous set. You can see, let's switch these. You can see that in the first set, the Walmart set, there was a racing Skyline and a stock GTR, I guess is what you would call it, at least a stock color. That is the same thing here, just different colors. A white racing Skyline and then a stock GTR in silver. So I'm going to walk through these, and we're going to open them up. 6 models, and then we'll show you the chases, and then yeah, I'm going to open every single one of them. So we'll start out with the Nissan Fairlady Z432. We saw it in green and yellow. I think I have the loose models behind these boxes, so I'll show them when we show them loose. Now we have very classic white with, I think that's supposed to look kind of like a hub or a Steely. I can't tell entirely. You can see right here, what's the numbers produced? 9,888. That's 1,000 more than the Walmart exclusive. So I'm assuming we'll see these in other stores as well. You guys can let me know what you found. Here's the other one. It was in green. I think that might sit a little bit lower. We'll find that out when we put these together. I already showed you the Skylines, one racing and one in silver, the GTR. The actual GTR has the bolt-on wheel wells in the back, not in the front, so that's true to the actual model. And then the 1969 Bluebird 1600 SSS, another stock version, just like the kind of cream-colored one last time. And then this racing version, kind of an alternate color of the red one. What is kind of cool is last time, for example, the racing Skyline and then the more stock color Skyline, they did a chase version of the stock color that ended up being the Super Chase. This time they go alternate, so the racing one gets the chase. Put that right there. You can see red wheels just like the last one. They've added, there's the regular version, they've added some deco to the back. And I'm trying to see if they've done any different trim. Yeah, you can see that on the bumpers, chrome there, kind of a darker chrome with a black trim instead of a silver trim, and then additional deco there on the back. All right. Here is the Nissan. Well, actually, we'll do that one last. Bluebird 1600 SSS. Last time the stock was the chase. Racing is the chase this time. I'll go ahead and put that one right there. You can see all the additions. And then there's always a Super Chase. Now I'll show you the numbers. Just like in the Walmart series, 750 pieces worldwide right there. And then the Super Chase, which is the Nissan Fairlady Z432. Just like the last one, the Skyline was raw. They based it on the stock version, on the stock Skyline. This is also based on the stock Fairlady. It is raw with red tires. And it is rare, 250 pieces. That is it. All right, there's your set of 6 with the 3 chases. I'm going to pull out my trusty screwdriver here. This is my best tool for opening M2. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up. We'll take a look at them close up here in a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm done. Use the screwdriver, the box opener. I've got everything out of the package with one exception. This is the Super Chase, one of 250, the raw Nissan Fairlady Z432. Just like the last Chase model from the Super Chase, it's raw with red wheels, just like the Skyline from the first set, from the Walmart set. So I figured there's the old trusty box opener. You can see all of its carnage from boxes opened in the past. We're going to cut open the sticker. We're going to open the box. I mean, come on, it's always fun to see a Super Chase getting opened, right? Pull that out. Now, this is where you hope that the plastic will, the acrylic part will come off. And it will. We'll put this hood down just to protect it. And my trusty screwdriver. Done. Well, right there. Done. Okay, let's just put that right there. Shall we do some close-ups? We shall. Okay. There are some changes here. Let's go ahead and get our nice little close-up backdrop. I'm going to use a couple of things here. Maybe I'll even use one of these M2 containers to keep that protected. And let's get in there. All right, that is the Super Chase. We'll move to that just in a little bit. Let's start with the Datsun 1600 SSS, like the 510, whatever you want to call it. So, this is the first one. It is the racing version of the Walmart. I'll give you the quick, there's the Walmart one. It was roughly based on the Safari 510 racing car. What's kind of cool is it has to have a higher stance, right, if it's a Safari. Well, M2 loves their details, so what do? They release the alternate color, but you notice the stance, how different it is than the previous one. It is now lowered, not the Safari style from the last one. Now just in that kind of mint green or whatever you want to call it. Looks very, very cool with the lowered stance. Has the opening hood, which I close. I'm not even going to try and open. You can see the Japanese nostalgic car logo on there. We did that Hot Wheels feature. What they could do in perfect M2 fashion is they do the other stock version, and that one retains that higher stance. You remember this one this is the one, kind of got a whacked out wheel there on the back, but this is the one from the last set. So that one retains, this one has a black roof, but retains that higher stance, which is kind of cool. So that is the Datsun 510, but of course I didn't forget the Chase. The Chase on the last one was the more stock version. There it is, with the higher stance. So they will alternate it and do the Chase version on the racing car. You can see, if I move this over, you can see that on the standard one, there you see the number 12, you can see the Japanese nostalgic car logo. On the racing car, obviously the tires are red. The trim on the windows is black. They have that additional Japanese writing there on the side and then on the back window. So when they do a Chase, they really do it. The black trim looks very cool on the back. And I didn't see, is it on the front grille as well? It might be. So yeah, so that looks cool. So there is the Chase version of the 1600 SSS. Let's go to the Skyline, shall we? There is the quote-unquote stock GTR with the opening hood. Let's see if I can get it open. Right there. If you remember last time, in that mustard yellow color, you can see all those details, the steely wheels, beautiful, beautiful. And now it's in gray, which is another signature color. If you remember last time, the Super Chase, like I showed, was based on the stock version, so it was raw, didn't have the racing graphics on there. Raw with the black trim, red tires, and then the that Japanese writing on the side. So, since the Chase was the stock version, we go with the racing one. Here is the actual racing car. Sits a little lower. This is last year's, or the last sets was in gray. This time it's in white. I love the white with the yellow. I think that looks awesome. With the black trim, it might sit slightly lower. I think they did the same thing. I think they pushed it down just a little bit. You can see there, if I go up close, you can see that the wheels are pushed down just a little bit. Not necessarily as much on the back. So this one has a lower stance. Looks pretty cool. And then here is the Chase with the black trim, the red tires, and of course the writing on the rear window and on the rear panel. I can do the comparisons if you'd like. So, since these are going to be in hobby stores and stuff, I'd imagine it's not necessarily as random. I mean, in a store you'll find the Chase at random, but the hobby stores, unless you're buying an actual set from them, which might be the way to go, buy a sealed box, you might pull out a Chase. Black trim on the Chase model. I do like that one. All right. So, in the last set, let's just go. Here is the Z432, the Fairlady Z42 in kind of a cream white. Now I'm trying to look and see if they changed the stance on this one too. So here was the stock version from last year. Or I don't know. Sorry, I keep saying last year. Stock version from the last set in yellow from the Walmart set. I'll get to the Chase here in a second, but so they did the yellow. Here's the cream white with kind of a steely blacked out rims. I really like that one. We'll get to the Chase in just a second. The other model, this is definitely sitting lower, is the red kind of racing trim. I guess you'd call it racing trim. Last one was in green, so Merry Christmas. Fa la 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 la, la 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 la. All right, so it was in green. There it is. Looks really good with the black rims. Yeah, it sits lower. So I think this is something that Sean Taylor, the designer, said that they were going to try and lower some of these cars. They definitely did. The Racing Skyline, the Racing Z, and the Racing Datsun definitely have a lower stance, which I think looks really nice. I love it on this one with the stripped bumpers. Again, M2 signature. They're going to do this stripped bumper look. They have all the pieces to be able to take off or add on. So that one looks very cool. This was the Chase version last time, was on the racing car. So on the stock version, that's the one that gets the Chase. And in this case, it is the Super Chase model. Raw with the black trim, black bumpers. I don't think there's any difference on the base. The base is kind of that metallic color. Yeah, this one's black, so maybe more of a metallic color on the base. Looks amazing with the raw. It's very cool to see the two raws together. Fairlady logo on the back of that one. Love it. There you go. I think there are more models to come. I think there's a Miho exclusives coming. There's some larger scale models that Sean has previewed. You definitely want to follow M2 Machines on Facebook and Instagram because they do share quite a bit. Give you a sense of what's coming out. This is a beautiful set. Many thanks for them to send them. I'm going to photograph everything together. We're now at 12 models and 6 chases. I think it's pretty awesome. Love what M2 is doing. Really excited to be a part and be able to show these. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. More to come. Bye.